Tokyo Union Church. Hola, qué gusto de conocerlos. My name is Ximena JY, and I am so excited to travel to Japan soon to work as a pastoral assistant, specifically of youth and children, and to participate in the life of your congregation. Although I have been pretty settled in Atlanta for some years now, I am not from here. I was born and grew up in Mexico City, and I have also lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in Washington, D.C., for a year in Fontainebleau outside of Paris, for a month in Madrid, Spain, and for 3 months in Panama City in the country of Panama. My path to ministry has been rather indirect. I studied history in my undergrad because I was curious about people, particularly in how people manage to get along together, even though sometimes they do not. After that, I worked for a year at a nonprofit organization, and then I started working in management consulting. I obtained an MBA, returned to consulting for a time, and then I took a job in industry when my child was young. I left the business world to pursue a doctorate in sociology with a focus on health, and I am also interested in the sociology of religion. I finished my degree in year 2020, and then during the pandemic, I became very involved in the life of my congregation, Central Presbyterian Church here in Atlanta, and also in the life of the larger church, which is the Presbyterian Church USA. In that process, I met many wonderful people who inspired me and who shaped my decision to pursue theological education and formation at Columbia Theological Seminary in Decatur, close to my home in Atlanta. I am so excited to live in Tokyo and experience another great metropolitan city. And I look forward to experiencing some of your famous traditions, such as your hospitality, your cuisine, your architecture, your religions, your craftsmanship, and your sports, especially baseball and maybe judo. And talking about sports, it makes me very happy that Japan will be the fourth country where I have lived that has hosted the FIFA World Cup, and that Tokyo is going to be almost the fourth city where I have lived that has hosted the Summer Olympic Games. I seek to be a faithful carrier of the message that Jesus taught us, to love each other, all each others, as he loved us. And I pray that in my time at Tokyo Union Church, I will be a support to Pastor Hector, and that in walking alongside you and your families, I will foster our relationships to God. I look forward to meeting you in person, and until then, I hope that you will fare well.
Hello, my name is JY, and I'm excited to be your church historian next month. I was asked to introduce myself, so I'll try to do that a little bit here. I grew up in Korea. I was born there. I was baptized Presbyterian, but I also went to a Pentecostal church growing up. And when I was 10, my parents decided to move my family to New Zealand, where we went to an Anglican boys' school for 3 years. My parents wanted us to learn English and grow up somewhere where we'd care about nature. So we did that, and then for high school, I came to the US, New Hampshire, and then between high school and college, I backpacked for a year. So that was my introduction to the world, and I'm excited to work with the international congregation at TUC. In college, I studied history and business, and afterwards I did a master's in East Asian Studies in California, where I learned a little bit about Japan, but I focused more on Korea. And then I worked in journalism and literary translation, mostly in Korea, and then a little bit in China after. And when I was in Korea, I found a church I loved, which got me thinking about divinity school, and I also felt called to ministry. So I went to a divinity school in Boston, where I began my ordination process with a Presbyterian Church, USA, and I also had a chance to work at a historically Black church there. And afterwards, I decided to do a PhD. So I'm a PhD student at Princeton Seminary now. I'm between third and fourth year. I just write my dissertation, which is on religion and politics in post-colonial Korea under US military occupation. I think there are a lot of parallels in modern Korean and Japanese histories, so I look forward to learning more about Japan as I write your history. I enjoyed reading the first volume of your history that Mr. Hemphill wrote, and I look forward to building on it. I started learning Japanese. I listen to NHK World's Easy Japanese on my runs now, and I also started reading a book called Embracing Defeat that a Japanese friend recommended. So yes, I'm getting ready for my time in Japan. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.